give him a hand! And there is the one, the only little Mike. Big Mike. Medium Mike. Christine! Medium Mike. Representing the basement kids, we got Sam. And last but not least, he's the man known as the Savage Bandito, Tom Savage. So is Savage actually your last name? It is? Alright. Savage Bandito, everyone! My name is Danny. We're going to do a bunch of stuff for you here today, but we're going to start off by getting all the shitty puns out of the way in a game called 99 Things. Shitty? Shitty.
I'm here with improv comedy group The 404s. What's your name, sir?
I'm Danny. I'm Medium Mike.
I'm Chris.
I like how you added the medium in, even though there's only one of us here. It's stuck now.
For those who don't know, what are The 404s all about, and how do you perform?
Well, we're an improv comedy troupe. We do scenes. Can I compare us to Whose Line Is It Anyway on video? We're inspired by Whose Line Is It Anyway, let's say.
That's a good way to
Yeah, we definitely, that's sort of what we grew up watching and what made us love improv, at least for myself and Medium Mike. I don't know about Christine. If you don't like Whose Line Is It Anyway, let's not say that right now. But yeah, can I just hold this? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, we're an improv comedy troupe. We started off in conventions. We focus on geeky comedy. We also do shows in Toronto in the bar scene, but our convention travels have taken us to, Montreal, Ottawa, Calgary, New York State.
I think I'll call a nurse super friend. Okay, we need narcoleptic lad. You called? Yes. I have no idea what that means.
How did you personally get into improv and the 404s after that?
I begged. Some friends were already doing it, but I wanted to, and I had at that point discovered I loved the stage, and I wanted more chances to do it, and so I started doing improv with my friends, and then I joined the 404s.
Well, as Danny said, pretty much Whose Line Is It Anyways was one of the main inspirations for all of us getting into it. I also really liked Kids in the Hall. I found a lot of inspiration there, and after being in an improv club and seeing the 404s for the first time in my life, I was like, yep, making my own group. And then communicated back and forth for a couple of years, did a couple spot shows with them, and eventually moved up the ranks on the audition chain.
Mention your group's name.
My group is called The Basement Kids. They do still participate in events and put on shows, and good group of guys. Yeah. So begging, stalking, and Christine, now your turn.
Well, you legitimately auditioned.
I did.
Yeah, for me, what happened was why I love improv is I grew up watching SNL and just a whole bunch of other old comedies, like especially the SNL reruns with Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. And I did watch Whose Line Is It Anyway 2 later, but not until after I had already tried improv in high school. And I was watching the British Whose Line in reruns, and it was great. So at Anime North last year, I sort of vaguely remembered that there was anime improv at Anime North a few years ago, and a few years ago was actually 2004, which was my first Anime North. I didn't realize that it had been going on for so long, but my friends in the room were already sleeping when I came back with my Subway. So I went to turn on the light so I could eat my sandwich, and they were just like grumping like, "Oh, get out of the room." So I went down to the lobby so I could eat in the light, and I ended up sitting with these guys who were playing an interesting looking board game and talking with them, and they were wearing these shirts, and they're like, "Oh, we perform improv." And I was like, "Oh, awesome, that's what I'm going to school for at Second City." We're having auditions on Friday. And that was tomorrow, because it was Thursday night. I was like, okay, so I auditioned and I got in.
Wow, that's a pretty long tunnel there. Yeah, it is. But you know how we get to go through it? We got the zip line! You
my awkwardly positioned minecart.
There is a East Side and West Side group of the 404s. If each group had to face off against each other to fight to the death, who would survive?
Well, there's more of us now, so I think we got strength in numbers. Yeah, the West Side group is based in Calgary, and we actually have faced off a couple of times at Anime North, who are pretty nice. They fly the guys in for us. But yeah, not to the death though. So,
Well, there was that lightsaber fight that was
yeah,
pretty epic.
there was a lightsaber fight on stage once.
Who was winning? Was it Wes or Mike? Big Mike.
I think it was a draw.
Oh.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, but I think we've got the strength in numbers, so if it really came down to it, we would edge out, just, because some people could sneak behind and give a dirty low blow or backstab, and
Maybe they could do some ninja flips.
yep.
Stop it! I think we shot mine up 5 planets ago!
Every comedian has a line that they won't cross. Do you have a limit?
I'll let somebody else answer.
We don't recognize the line until we've crossed it. I think that's the only way to answer that
And
question.
then we decide to tone it back out.
Yeah, we're like, whoa, that was a little much. In fact, I think we've reached that maybe 1 or 2 times this weekend, but
No, we've done worse.
we have done worse.
Yeah. I think that's the most diplomatic way we can answer that.
I think we have a line that we don't cross. We just don't really want to bring it up, because then we would be crossing that line by saying it in this video.
We tend to not swear a lot, if that sort of answers your question. We even in our adult shows, we don't swear a lot. We cover more risque topics. But we tend to keep our daytime shows, we try to stick to a PG-13 rating. The audience usually doesn't let us stick to a PG-13 rating with their suggestions.
99 doctors walk into a bar, and the bartender holds up an apple martini, and they go...
Have you ever made each other crack up on stage to the point where you pretty much had to stop midway?
Oh, I have a story.
I do too.
Good thing little Mike's not here. He's off to the side there. So there was a time when we were playing this game called Character Switch, and in this scene we get 2 characters from the audience, and the 2 people on stage need to assume those characters, and at some points they switch. Well, one of the suggestions that we got was Robin from the Batman series and Mr. Peanut from Planters Peanuts. And when little Mike got that suggestion, he lost his shit.
It broke his
Can I say shit on this show? Yeah. Okay, yeah, he totally lost his shit. And we have it on video, and it is on our DVD called The 404s. We did it for the lols. Yeah, that was a good question, because we can plug our DVD now. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have any stories.
Mine's actually from just before actually joining the group, when I was doing a guest spot at Con G. And we were doing the classic game Party Quirks, and I came in as Bipolar Godzilla. And as I remember it, Big Mike just falls off his chair laughing hysterically.
He wasn't in the scene, he was just in the background.
He was just in the background, but just totally fell off his chair and just laughed like constantly. Christine, anything?
I don't have anything specific. I just remember it happened yesterday that I actually broke character and cracked up. Like, had we been playing Marshmallows during whatever scene that was yesterday, you guys would have got me. For reals. What?
You show them your chest so we can get the money.
It isn't technically a superpower.
I didn't come here to rob a bank. Guys, I did not come here to rob a bank. Where's the camera?
She's robbing the bank!
Do you have any advice for people who want to get into improv comedy?
Yeah, I mean, get a lot of practice. You know, find some good people to play with, because improv, you really, I think, you need to play it with other people to get better at it, and maybe find someone more experienced to sort of guide you through the basics. There's a lot of classes you can take, especially if you're in one of the big cities like Toronto. There's at least 3 different schools I can name off the top of my head. The Bad Dog Theater, a Second City, and Impatient Theater that have great beginners and more advanced classes. And I know that a lot of high schools do it too. So anything to add?
Yeah, just on the high school thing, for any of those kids out there, just if there's an improv club, jump into it. You know, if you're shy, it'll open you up, and you'll be more of a thank you, Danny. You'll get to meet many people, interesting people, and it'll really help you on your social skills for one, and then for two, that's where a lot of people can get their start really quick, because that's how I did it. I pretty much did the club and then just handpicked the people I thought were great. So,
just another tip for the younger viewers, or people who maybe don't have access to an improv club or a studio, like just get together with a couple of your friends, play the games that you've seen us play or that you've seen Whose Line play, just with your friends, and just do it over and over again, and you will improve. Like when I was younger and I didn't have anything going on, I would just play questions only all the time with my sister, and we would just go until one of us, you know, we would just go. It was marathons of questions only. So you can do it without any of that stuff yourself. It's better if you can get a class.
And finally, what is your favorite memory playing at a con?
Ooh, I'll let someone else answer first, because I have to think about this.
Oh, okay. For me, Otaku-thon last year. Otaku-thon last year, our late night show specifically, when we opened with I Like My Women, which I won't go into details.
Talk about that.
No, I just want to say that they were, our late night show, they were upset with us the year before that we weren't dirty enough, so we came up with this game, and it worked. That's all I want to say. And that was. And then I ended up getting 2 or 3 fans that were happy that we finally had a girl on the east side. So, Otaku-thon is my favorite moment.
Mike?
I'm gonna split it between 2, I think. I do agree that Otaku-thon, there's some pretty fond memories there in that late night show, especially since it was my first time doing the game Mousetraps.
Oh yeah.
And we were picking strawberries or something.
Yep.
So that one
For
was.
those who don't know, maybe you want to just quickly.
The game Mousetraps is a blindfolded improv game where the stage is just covered in live mousetraps, and you try to perform a scene.
And barefoot.
And hilarity ensues. That, and ever since I've been seeing the 404s for years, I've been dying to get on that Anime North stage. So that's my second biggest thing there. Just this year was a blast. We packed the room, even though it was delayed by an hour. We packed the room and put on a really good show.
Cool. Well, you stole mine. You should have just given one, because definitely Anime North, just the experience of the last 2 or 3 years, especially at Anime North, the lineups for us have become insane, and I am incredibly humbled by how many people are excited to see us, and just knowing that there's that many people in line. I don't know if you went to this year's Anime North, but the line went throughout the hotel, stretched, and went outside, and it was crazy. There were at least 600 people lined up, and then we had over 1,000 people attending the shows.
Including the overflow.
Okay, I'm not going to confirm or deny 1,500, but it was close. It was close. Cool.
Thank you very much for talking to us, and I hope you have a great show this evening.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We're excited. We're about to go in, so this is going to be fun.
Yeah. No, it's Jay. Just give me a second, Valerie. I'm trying to compose myself. I don't have a remote. My wife makes me sweep. I really wanted to use the X-ray goggles, but now we don't have the time. Take the cat. It'll make you feel better. Lucifer. Come here, Lucifer. Lucifer. Meow.
Now, I thought we talked about this. You are not a cat, Valerie. Lucifer is the cat. We're not having one of those days, are we? Crazy wife. Hey, sit down, and maybe we'll... Ow! I sat on the remote.
Oh. Okay, cool.
The letters Q, R, and P are not in my alphabet. I'm just gonna go, and I'm getting a divorce.